Hello, 89 subscribers and all new folks and anybody that sees this. Hello, hello. I haven't seen you in a little bit. Hello. Just jumping on here real quick because tomorrow is election day. And then I'm also responding to what I saw here on Twitter that TYT is going to have Matt Gaetz on tomorrow. They couldn't have picked a different Republican, one that's not possible human trafficking and underage situations. That's what I've heard. I mean, all the any other Republican. I mean, anybody that's not your typical bad guy in an '80s movie, some evil jerky frat boy or whatever. You know what I mean? He just and his politics suck. Of course, that's the most important thing, obviously. But I understand they want to get views and all that stuff, but I wouldn't platform him and give him a chance to have any airtime on the telly or on whatever media. Anyway, I don't really watch TYT anymore, but it would be interesting to see if Nina, um, still, of course, no matter who you have on, still being respectful of your guest, but it'll be interesting if they have a heated debate. I'm actually surprised he agreed to that, but there is a lot of stuff in there about them turning kind of right ish on TYT. I haven't watched them since forever ago. But tomorrow, predictions for midterms. I fear that the Democrats have not done enough. I'm predicting they're probably going to lose House and Senate, which is going to be a bummer. I don't know if they're going to have enough of a turnout because even as a well, I'm an independent, but I still lean Democrat. So even in my case, the morale is pretty low. Can't run on an economy really. So the only thing we're running on is abortion. Possibly you're going to get worse, even though they already let Roe vs. Wade fall. Should have codified that. He had 50 years or so to do that. Should have done that a while ago. So, I hate to say it. I think, I guess I heard that Bernie's finally going to campaign a little bit for Fetterman. Little late, isn't it? I think he might actually lose against Oz because of that debate performance, which is too bad. That's not fair. But you know how that's how things are. I wish I had more of an optimistic outlook on tomorrow. Well, it depends on which side you are. But then, even then, my mentality is even if the Democrats did do a really good job, what were they going to do? That's why I've been more independent, is because I've been so disappointed. So disappointed. All these opportunities, all these things we could be doing, but we're just doing nothing. So that's how it'll be. So until 2024, and then we'll see what happens then. But those are my predictions. I wish things were different, at least on my end, because that just means that we're going to have another 2 years of even more lame ducky presidency. And with things heating up still with Ukraine, the economy, Fed just raised the interest rate another 0.75. So, I mean, I understand the concept of trying to keep the inflation down, but unfortunately, on the other end of this one is you get all the misery when they raise that interest rate. That means jobs are going to probably be lost. So I get it. I wish they didn't have such a blunt instrument against inflation when your problem is actually, I see more of it being the supply chain and corporate using the supply chain as corporate greed, actually using the supply chain as an excuse to be able to ransack. And there's no consumer protection. I mean, what's that? Where's our anti-monopoly? This is echoing a lot from what we dealt with at the beginning of the in the 1900s. I mean, this seems pretty much the same, where they had to institute these these rules against monopolies. They seem to have been fallen by the wayside, and that's what you're looking at with all your raise in prices and all that stuff, is because if there's no game in town. This goes the same with your big box stores and all that stuff. Your mom and pop shops, they can't compete. And this is the same concept with the monopoly. If you can undercut, that's how Amazon got their power. Well, that and being able to avoid taxes for a decade. I don't know who was watching the candy store over there too. Anyway, but predictions. I wish I could say they weren't dire. I if I if I'm wrong, I will jump on here and admit it, because I'm hopeful that I'm wrong, but from the temperature of everything around, I don't think the Democrats have done enough to gain any power here, and that's unfortunate, because that just means that it's going to be 2 years of. But anyway, all right. Well, thanks for sticking around. See you later. Bye.